Right. Okay, good morning to you all. Today we are going to start our program now. Basically, our plan is today that at the very beginning last week, you remember that we did some kind of speaking practice on some random practice on some number of topics like a hometown, then family, concentration, and presentation. So that's the area we had some discussion last week. Now today we are going to make further speaking practice on some more topics, and then quickly I want to jump to that, give you some kind of exposure on how to pace the IELTS speaking part 2, that is cue card practice. Then around 8:45 or 8:50, we are going to move to our listening test and reading test. Today we are going to do listening test 6 and reading test 20. Both all listening test recording I already shared. Then at the end of the class, I hope to make another writing discussion with you on book number 6, writing task 2, give you some kind of guidance to work on that also. So last week I gave you some homework with some extended deadline on to answer for the book number 4 and book number 5, writing task 2. I saw that one, I think Nadika sent me one answer, so I didn't open it still. Then reading test 16 I gave you as a homework. That's what we want to check today. So that both writing test, book number 4 writing test task 2 and book number 5 writing test task 2, that we are expecting that you can answer and send me before August 28. That's our plan. So we'll move like that. That whatever the writing answers you shared me, that already I gave my comments. So those are very important. Look at those comments seriously and see how you can further improve your writing. If you have any questions regarding writing or regarding my comments, please let me know. Then we should have a good discussion. So our third candidate, Asela, is planning to get a little bit extension for the exam. So he's planned to join my next class. He was thinking that with some other commitment, he don't have enough time to well prepare for the exam. So he want to take some time. And he is not still very confident on his English knowledge. But I explained him that since he's expecting something 4.5, that okay, but there's a risk everywhere. But he is thinking that to get maybe another 2 months, some crash preparation and join my next class. That's his plan. So then you both will continue. I think you both are in a good position because you all are getting good score for the listening and reading, and it's getting established. So now we are moving to more writing and speaking practice. That is our plan. Okay. Now, at the very beginning, I want to start some random talking that with you. First 4 topics I had a discussion last week. Now today I'm moving from the point number 5. We'll start with Hashini. Hashini, can you switch on your video?
Yes, I can.
Okay, Hashini. Yeah, still we can't see. Still we can't see you, Hashini. Any problem of the video? Hello. I think Hashini is coming from another line. Right, Hashini, now we can see you. Right. Okay, Hashini, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Today, I'm going to having some kind of a casual discussion with you on task management first. So please understand these questions is like not exactly like a part 1, not but part 1 and part 3. You know, when you are answering for the part 3, that your answer should be 5 to 6 sentences for one answer. So you think basically these questions are coming under part 3. Then better your answers will be 5 to 6 sentences for my question. Okay, Ashini, that when you are managing your task, maybe academic task or general task, so how concentration is important?
I think concentration is very important to manage everything effectively because I'm doing my higher studies with my working in as a full-time employee. therefore, doing both tasks with good focus, the concentration is very important for me.
All right. Do you have any experience that you succeeded to manage 2-3 tasks together?
Yeah, I experienced one thing. There was an examination in my workplace, and also I faced to the final exams of my degree in the same period. It was a very tough situation because the both are very challenging things for me. So somehow I managed both of them, and I got distinction for my final exam as well as I passed from my working place exam.
All right. So when we are under stress with managing number of tasks together, do you think the best approach is struggle with individually or asking support from others?
I think the support is very important because we can't do everything individually. As for an example, when I'm doing my studies with my uh, working activities, my family gave their best contribution to do all together because I sometimes I miss my role in my family, but they didn't blame me to that. So it is a very important thing to manage everything very efficiently and effectively. The support is very important.
All right. Do you think that compared to the current situation with maybe 10 years, 15 years back, in the current context that multitasking capacity is more important compared to
Can you
past?
repeat the question?
Yeah, my question is that when we compare with the past, do you think in the current context, the capacity of the people to tolerate multitasking is more important now?
Yeah, it's very important because the uh, cooperative field and all the business world and the educational field is very competitive. Therefore, if we can do a lot of tasks at one time is very important because everyone has educational qualifications and work experience, but we have to be different from them. Therefore, multitasking ability is actually the advantage for us to climb the ladder of our cooperative level as well as our educational qualifications.
According to your understanding, so what are the key advantages of having ability to manage number of tasks together?
Advantages are we can get promotion from our working place, and we can exposure to a new world. And in terms of education, it is that we can competitive with good strength that are very important uh, skills.
Do you see any disadvantages of we are trying to do number of tasks together?
I can't see so many disadvantages compared to the advantages, but sometimes doing multitasking will reduce the family engagement, and it's also sometimes emotionally impact to our life because we can't think everything in emotionally when we doing multitasking.
Okay, when we compare that capacity of doing multitasking, do you think that there is a difference between that capacity between male and female?
No, today's world, I can't see a difference because male and female both are very competitive in this field. Sometimes, the most of the times, women manage their family roles as well as their cooperative roles with a lot of strengths. So I think the both are in a significant level in this field now with capacity.
So that how we can use that development of the IT industry to improve our multitasking capacity?
I think IT industry is a turning point to our life because it easy to manage everything with technology more than doing thing in manually. That's why the people also convert their uh, working life with a remote concept. It is a good advantage we can get from technological advancement in this world. Therefore, it is very beneficial to manage everything effectively.
All right, Hashini, that how do you feel the way you face for these questions?
So I think I faced this without any fear, but I have to improve my vocabulary, and I think some of the time I have to explain more detail for the questions.
Yeah, I think Hashini, that the way you face, I am happy. The thing is that basically you didn't extended your answers very much. Now I told you that is considered like IELTS speaking third section. Your answers are not very long, managed with the 5-6 sentences, and you understood my questions. Or most of my questions are digging questions. You have to use your intelligence to answer. You thought and answered without much fear, and facial expressions and eye contact. These kind of soft components still I think you can further improve. And but if your explanation quality you can improve but not extended very much. You know that part 1 is a short run, part 3 is a medium run. Those concepts we studied, so based on that you can improve. I think that you made a reasonable justification for my questions, and that is a good practice, I believe. So good, wish you all the best, good luck.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, we'll move to Nadika. So Nadika also with online, so we'll try to talk with her. Nadika, can you hear me? Right. Okay, we can see Nadika now. Okay,
Yes.
and Nadika, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Nadika, so I am going to talk with you about workplace angry management. So do you have any experience while you are working in your profession, you feel angry?
Yes, I have many experience about it because I work in a critical place, neonatal ICU. So we share with ideas with any different kind of peoples like doctors and nurses and minor staff like that. So they share with ideas differently. Sometimes they give their ideas directly, but not suit for that situation. And there we angry with them.
Okay. While you are working, I agree with that. In the working in the hospital in a wards, sometimes very challenging, and people feel angry because of number of reasons. So, if you feel angry while you are working, what is your approach to manage that situation?
At there, we face calm, and we always build calm and quiet surrounding. We should try to do that because initially, I have mentioned earlier, we get angry with the cooperative activities. I think. We get proper decision to do something that some procedures at there. I think we have no any troubles with them.
Okay, according to your judgment, so what kind of jobs there are more chances to that people get angry and be stressed?
I think different types of professions have any angry situations, especially I saw, for instance, police officers and sometimes law section. We have ever seen like that trouble situation. They argue with people. Sometimes lawyers also face that situation, I think.
All right. What kind of professions do you think that people should learn more and more how to manage this kind of stressful situations?
In my point of view, they should build their confidence to do something before entered the activity, but initially they built their mindset because they have too good confident and good strength to do it, and calm and quiet surrounding they have to build. Hereafter they can do it properly.
All right. If we are working in a team, if one team member got angry and he's struggling to do his or her work properly, how we can support him or her as a team member?
As a team member, we should see all equally. As leadership should build good empathy as well as sympathy. I think he should flexible for all sometimes because any different types of people working in our society, they get their ideas in any different types ways. So I think leadership should look their activities equally, I think.
All right. In your profession, that according to your judgment, so what are the main reasons that people get stressed?
In my point of view, it has advancement of technology. We have a lot of work to do. In addition to that, we have a lot of works. We have busy schedule. Sometimes we face hustling and bustling situation. So they are crowded area. So we face any troubles. We have no any materials sometimes, and some equipments. We have no any facilities sometimes. So suddenly we get angry about that, I think.
That how we can use the technology to manage those kind of situations?
Then the past, we have modern technology like sending emails and some websites. We can easily get some equipment and materials and some suggestions and ideas through internet. In addition to that, we can post some details via technological instruments, like so.
All right. Okay. Nadika, how do you feel the way you spoke that? How you feel?
I have a little bit of fears. I have to improve a lot, I think.
Yeah, I think that ideas and the flow is basically okay, Nadika, that there are areas to improve. But as you told that still that when you are talking now, when I'm asking like my final question, you start only smiling. But this is not a question sometimes to smile sometimes if you remind that the way you work in your words sometimes with the busy schedule. But the facial expressions, eye contacts, gesture, these kind of soft components, I think, Nadika, mainly you have to improve. And again, voice fluctuations, intonations, stressing some areas, and putting the answer in more systematic way. So there are three advantages. There are four advantages, I think. This is the first, second, third, and fourth. Likewise, that you have to show the examiner you are more confidently answering for the question. So that's what we have to improve by practicing and practicing. So that is really important. So, but up to now, that the way the flow is moving, there is no any big blockades in your flow. But you use some word like hassles and buzzers and sympathy and empathy. These kind of good words I saw that you are using while you are speaking. So those are very positive thing, Nadika. That vocabulary wise and sentence development wise, there are a lot of positive things in your speech. But same time, there are significant areas you can further improve. I think you both are the candidates having more chances to go above band score 7. Please work on that, and please follow my guidelines and practice as much as possible. And that's what you have to do. Great. Good luck.
Thank you.
So yeah, we'll move again to Hashini for another number of questions. Hashini, can you switch on your video again? This is a good exercise to you that to develop your confidence and develop your capacity. Hashini, can you hear me? Yes, now we can see Hashini. Hashini, again, I am moving to ask some questions. You can answer, you can think and answer. Please assume that this is IELTS speaking third section. So my questions are on leadership. So, are you a good leader?
Yeah, I believe I'm a good leader because in academic wise, I'm doing a business management and leadership degree. And also now I handle some colleagues to improve their working task under my guide.
All right. So, what are the good qualities you think a leader should have? A general leader should have?
There are so many qualities we to have the leader. First one is the handling ability. We have to handle some group of people with our guidance. And the second one is decision making. Because they are handled under our decisions, we have to take very effective and efficient decisions apart from our clients, I mean our working place, as well as we have to think about our people who are guide under me. And the third one is emotional intelligence. We have to think emotionally without getting the maximum contribution by harming the people physically and mentally. We have to get their contribution to fulfill our goals with emotionally think about their capacity.
Do you think that the leaders in your corporate world, in your country, having enough emotional intelligence aspects?
No, I don't think so because I have some experience in my first working place. They actually didn't think about ourselves in terms of emotional intelligence. They always try to get our maximum contribution without paying enough salary for us. When compare that with my current working place, they really help me to fulfill my personal goals as well as corporate goals. They always try to uh, give their maximum to when I'm doing my studies. They arrange my shift with my studies, and also they provide me internships as well as provide their support to do my research work. Actually, I think my current workplace is give their maximum with emotional intelligence, but most of the leaders are not emotionally intelligent in this world.
All right. So how employers can be sensitive, or how employers can be place better systems to capture the emotional intelligent aspects of the employees?
I think they can try so much of technological advancement to improve that. They can distribute some kind of surveys with employees to identify their needs and wants and the things that should be improved within the working place. And also the CEOs can conduct some kind of activities, I mean the seminars and uh, some some projects to improve the emotional intelligence ability of the leaders. And also they can check it from getting the feedback from employees. That are some of the examples.
Okay. So what kind of qualities do you think a social leader, it means like a politicians, so what kind of qualities they should have as a leader, social leaders?
As a social leader, I think in our country or the other countries also, they have to be emotionally intelligent The main thing is they pursue towards get the monetary benefits without considering or without thinking the emotional aspect of their population. So to improve that thing, I think they have to convert their attitudes to a very good aspect.
Do you think that your country people, now they are in election period, that do you think that your country people having the understanding on to appointing in future more emotionally intelligent leaders into the parliament?
No, I don't think so, because in my generation, they are very, very really consider about their future. But our elder generation always think to use their election quality to only one party. They don't think about the development of this country. But in our generation, they think about various aspects. They don't think about the people who are participate to the election.
All
There
right.
is a difference between our younger generation and elder generation.
All right. So what are the special qualities a military leader should have?
Military leader, I think the decision making is very important, because under their decisions, their soldiers are handled. And when it comes to military decision, it is very critical, because our country is under their protection. They have to more they have to think more aspect when they take decisions making. That are the qualities.
All right. Okay, Hashini, how do you feel?
I think I couldn't get to the enough answer to the last question, as I think.
Yeah, but I don't think so. I think that you answered. I put a lot of difficult questions where that you are intelligent and everything you have to use. That I think you properly handle the situation. I am very happy the way you talk. That the thing is that you are bringing your natural speech. So that is a very good situation. That when the examiner, when looking at since your video on that, I can see you are thinking and answering. That the way that you behave and everything is showing that you are thinking and answering. So it's a natural speaking. So that's what IELTS is checking. So I think you are in a best position to get good score in the IELTS speaking test. Try to improve your other qualities. I will tell you a few. One is that, as an example, when I'm asking some critical questions, now at your level, you can tell that you can comment on the question and come to answer. As an example, when I'm asking what are the qualities of the military leader, you can tell like that you're asking very difficult question. Actually, I don't have any idea about the military leaders, but I think that leaders should be a good decision makers. And again, they should be tough rather than social leaders. And they should have some good knowledge on military background. So those are the qualities they should have, I believe. Likewise, you can make a comment on the question and you can reach to answer. That's one thing. And another good thing what we learn here that that when I'm asking that when you talk about emotional intelligence, so that's a word came from your side. When the emotional intelligence word came from your side, I started asking question through that way. You see, that is the one of the good point you have learned. The thing is that that if the student sometimes the way student answer is give some kind of a spaces to the examiner to think about his next question. So what is my point is, then students should be very careful. The thing is, the student should not put some new words or new areas where you are not confident. As an example, that if you put the emotional intelligence as one of the quality of the leader, if you don't know anything about emotional intelligence but you just heard the word, the problem is hereafter if examiner definitely that word will highlight now, then if examiner try to ask some question on that, you will be helpless. So that's why you have to be very careful. But you did a good approach. Why? Because you know the emotional intelligence, you know that subject, then you put that subject, then examiner I think examiner, you properly trap the examiner. So examiners start asking question on that area, then you can comfortably answer. So that is a very positive situation. We can learn, Nadika and Sini, you both can learn on that. And again, that another good thing is that you know that while you are talking about the emotional intelligence, quickly I change the topic and I ask about what are the qualities of the social leader, then what are the qualities of the military leader. That is also one of the way that examiners ask questions. So they suddenly turn 180 degrees their questions and try to put the student in a trouble. But all these situations you smartly manage, Hashini. That is very good situation. I put all the weapons, T-56, multi-barrel, rocket launchers, everything that you properly resistance those and you answer. That's a very positive. So try to improve that. You kind of candidates actually should go above 7 and move towards 8 and more further in the speaking. So try to improve that. Look at some good videos, maybe bands go 8, 9, and see the positive things, see some those points, and try to improve. That's what we have to do. Excellent.
Actually, I want to get 6.5.
Yeah.
According to my, now my capacity, is it enough for
Yeah. Definitely enough. For the speaking, more than enough. Speaking more than enough. That actually you kind of students definitely get 7 or above. That Nadik also in same capacity, but still you see that we can compare. This is a professional class, not a grade 3, 4 class. I don't should prepare the student, then they will feel upset. No, but this is a professional class. You see that Nadik also having the same capacity, but you little bit more. You come in live, but Nadika is the character, I think, like more calm and quiet. So she's more silently talk and not much kind of a gesture and soft components are coming. That's why I guided her like that. But you more passionate and you are speaking like a more the best way that IELTS expected. So 6.5 is not a challenge at all to you. So try to improve that. The thing is, Hashini, that if you get a higher band score, that is worth for you. Maybe you are for that results for your master degree or whatever. But in future, if you do another degree, that certificate will disqualify. But that's a different story. But even IELTS, if you get a good results, even it disqualify in the interviews kind of places, you can justify that. So in IELTS exam, I got this. I did that actually in some interviews in my life. Though I told that in 2016 I did IELTS. This is my results. You see. So then even that qualification, the certificate wise it's over after 2 years, but still we have a more capacity to capitalize. So then try to maximize your speaking. So that's one of the area actually. In my strategy also to guiding students, my one of the strategies, speaking module is the one of the module we take as a key contributor to the overall band score, and writing is the challenging module we try to manage smartly to reasonably contribute for the overall band score. But listening is another good module to do this, that I think you all both are doing listening reasonably well. That is a very positive sign for us. That's the thing. Don't worry that you can relaxly, your score is 6.5, you can go beyond easily. Ashini, don't, please maintain this momentum. That's what you have to do. Great. Okay. Now we'll give our last chance to Nadika. That Nadika, can you switch on your video? That we'll give a chance to her again. That is the end of that our first session today after Nadika's speech. Nadika, that I'm going to talk with you about student life in abroad. So what are the advantages of migrating to developed country? What are the key advantages?
I think there are a lot of advantages for migrating, because modern world, new students can get good opportunities in abroad. Sometimes they can get further education or higher education with a lot of facilities than in our country. They have a lot of opportunities, I think.
All right. So that what kind of pre-preparation you should do before migrating to ensure that your migrated just after migration, you are in a more comfortable zone. What kind of pre-preparation you should do?
First, we do fulfill our language proficiency. Especially, we have to do IELTS before migrating. It's the difficult one, but we have to do properly it. Then after we can apply the job or sometimes a higher education. I think this is the first step to before migrating.
Okay. When looking at the migration aspects, how you can compare the migration as a single and migration as a family? So what are the advantages of migrating as a single? So most of the young people migrate like a single, just single, that person only migrate. So what are the advantages of that?
They have different types of advantages, but it depends upon the person because sometimes somebody can go there independently, but someone does not can do it. We can go there independently when we can good knowledge, and sometimes we share no, we can do our activities without any trouble, sometimes family problems and other relatives troubles. I think it has good freedom.
All right. So that if now we can see most of the adults try to migrate as a families by expecting that key migration party to do higher studies. So what are the challenges of go for higher studies with family members?
We go for sometimes higher education or so for the job profession. If we go there with all family members and relatives, we have to fulfill their needs, sometimes personal needs, and we have to take care of children and other adults sometimes. It's the disturbances of our education or further job management, I think.
All right. So just after set put on to a new country. So what are the key priorities you should consider to quickly adapt to the situation of that uh, such a new land?
It's a tricky question for me because I have never experienced before that, but I think yeah, it's a new experience for all. We have a new culture than the past. Sometimes its rituals are different. Sometimes, not only that, we can face any different types of foods, ornaments, sometimes clothes. If even our habits are different, so it is a trouble for all, I think.
All right. So what kind of things do you think just after migrating to other country you can do to improve that your capacity to deal with new people, to mix with these heterogeneous societies? What kind of things you can do quickly fix with the societies?
Initially, I think we improve our language proficiency because we should share with all ideas with any kind of foreigners and other language. I think it's the must. We learn language proficiency well. Then we learn how to share with our ideas with them. Not only that, our cultural items, sometimes our food habits, we have to change as their wish, I think.
Right. All right. All right, Nadika. How do you feel this time?
Different types of a question I have to improve that I think I have built good knowledge and
Yeah. Now your confidence is developing. Now you are answering that one question. I think when I'm asking, you told that you are asking a tricky question. I don't have any experience, but I think that's a good approach. When I'm asking some question that each and every question you need not to make your comments, but maybe when I'm asking some difficult question, it is good that you are making some comment on this, like the way you practice. You are asking a very tricky question. I don't have any experience of such a migration experience, but I think it's like that. So the advantage of giving some comments and moving to the answer, while you are giving comments, you are giving some kind of a reasonable spaces to your brain to organize your answer. That is also behind that, Nadika. So that then it is advantage to you. I think now we can see you both are improving. That is the improvements I need. So then we are going to make our speaking more settled. Why? Because our listening already settled. Now we want to settle our speaking. Then we are in the position to focus more attention on reading and writing, especially writing. That is my plan to go for a good band score. Your band score requirement, Nadika, 6.5 or 7?
7, sir.
7, yeah. You have to make some more effort, I think, to get that. I think you are reaching towards 6.5. That is the current situation. You are reaching towards 6.5. I think speaking, you are just below 6.5, what I believe. So we have to improve further. So make your good effort to reach that target. Your capacity, I'm pretty sure on that. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm going to end this recording now.